Yes. So there are two categories. One category is continuous time signals, and second category is the discrete time signals. Now, let us discuss some points related to the discrete time signals. So, what is the basic discrete time signal? Is the unit step signal. Unit step signal U of n. Now, you are in a discrete time. That's why I am using the time small n. Now n takes what is the value n it takes? Integer values. Please remember, in the previous case, continuous time low, t takes any value from minus infinity to plus infinity, any value, decimal value, anything we can consider. But when you enter into the discrete, n is an integer and it takes only for example, if it is from minus 2, then n is equal to minus 2, n is equal to minus 1, n is equal to 0, 1, 2, 3 like that. It goes up to infinity. That means you have to understand between n is equal to 0 and n is equal to 1, there is nothing is there. Only the particular value is defined at n is equal to 0, only the value is defined at n is equal to 1. That's all. Because of discrete time signals. Now, what is the case here? Unit step signal. So, what is the expression? U of n is equal to 1, where n is greater than or equal to 0. That means from n is equal to 0, suppose so at n is equal to 0, the value is 1. Let's say n is equal to 1, the value is 1. See, the value is constant up to n is equal to infinity because the expression is like this: n greater than or equal to 0. Whatever instant, the amplitude is 1. But these are instants, samples, or maybe we are saying sequence. At 0, 1, at 1, 1. I repeat. Suppose this is a discrete time signal. U is continuous. But what about n? Discrete. Suppose if you consider x of t, x is continuous, t also continuous. I repeat, x is continuous and inside whatever the time t is also continuous. But here this is discrete time signal, u only continuous. What about n? N is discrete. That's why discrete time signal. Now, unit ramp signal. R of n is equal to n, where n is greater than or equal to 0. So it is increasing. The signal is linearly increasing. So it is having certain slope. What is the slope now? You are considering the slope is unity. 1 by 1, 2 by 2 equal to 1, 1 by 1 is equal to 1, 3 by 3 equal to 1. See how up to how many samples you are considering. Just if you find the slope, wherever you see the slope is 1 only. Suppose if you want to change the value, I want to change unity, then I have to change the slope of the signal. What about here? Simply I can amplify the signal, just increase by multiply certain factor. If it is 2 into 1, then it is not unity, it is twice the step signal, 2 times the step signal. But what about here? If I want to change the amplitude value, it is not like this. It is a slope, it is having certain slope. Suppose from the function, you simply say 2 times n. But what is the 2 value? Actually, the 2 value is the slope of the signal because it is a ramp signal. How it is defined? It is defined at only n is equal to 0, n is equal to 1, n is equal to 2, like this up to n is equal to infinity. It goes like this. మరి అంత సిగ్నల్ మనం యూజ్ చేయగలమంటే అంత యూజ్ చేయలేం కాబట్టి కొంతవరకే తీసుకుంటాం. n is equal to 4 or 5 వరకు తీసుకుంటాం. Will perform some operations. So these are instants. Please remember, I am in discrete time. ఎందుకంత స్లోగా చెప్పాల్సి వస్తుందంటే if you can understand the basic points, then manipulations are so much easy. ఫస్ట్ నువ్వు బేసిక్ అర్థం కాలేదనుకో, కంటిన్యూస్ అంటే ఈ కాన్స్టెంట్ గా లైన్ గీసేస్తావు. బట్ ఇక్కడ అలా కాన్స్టెంట్ గా లైన్ గీయట్లేదు. చూడండి ఎంత గ్యాప్ ఉందో దీనికి. ఫర్ ఎగ్జాంపుల్ 0, the value is 0. At n is equal to 1, the value is 1 because according to the function. If n is equal to 2, the value is 2 because it is increasing. Step by step, it is increasing. That's why it is discrete. Now other names are sample అంటాడు, sequence అంటాడు. Say n is equal to 0, R of n 0, n is equal to 1, R of n 1, n is equal to 2, R of n 2. Like that you are performing the, you are drawing the signal. Now the same case in the previous here also there is a impulse sequence is there. But how many sequences are there? Only one sequence is there because this is different than other signals. This is from n is equal to 0 up to n is equal to infinity, the amplitude is 1. That is step 1. It is increasing from n is equal to 0 to n is equal to infinity. But what about here? This is an impulse. Impulse means ఒకటే ఉంటుంది impulse అంటే. అది ఎక్కడ డిఫైన్ చేయబడింది మనకి ప్రెజెంట్ n is equal to 0 దగ్గర డిఫైన్ చేయబడింది. But there is a difference between continuous time impulse and discrete time impulse. In the continuous time impulse, 1 అని ఏదైతే చూపిస్తున్నామో ఆ 1 అనేది యాంప్లిట్యూడ్ కాదు అక్కడ. Then area under the curve అంటాడు. I repeat it once the topic comes, I will explain. Okay, I will repeat once again. Continuous time impulse, where whatever the one you are showing, that is area under the curve. But in the discrete time, it is simply a sequence. It is directly we are specifying it is a amplitude. Only one. That's our unit impulse sequence. So delta of n equal to 1 at n is equal to 0. It defines the signal is defined at n is equal to 0. I repeat. Now let us once again just we'll see unit step signal. U of n is equal to 1, n greater than or equal to 0. Unit ramp signal. R of n is equal to n. The point you have to remember here, n. That is also from n greater than or equal to 0. From 0 onwards. Now the third one, unit impulse. Delta of n equal to 1 only at n is equal to 0. Delta of n equal to 1 only at n is equal to 0. Just నేను మళ్ళీ ఒకసారి డ్రా చేశాను అన్నమాట. n is equal to 0, 1, 1, 2, 3. So like this up to n is equal to infinity, it maintains same unity. 1 నే మెయింటైన్ చేస్తూ ఉంటుంది మొత్తం ఇంకా n is equal to 0 దగ్గర నుంచి ఇన్ఫినిటీ వరకు. ఓకేనమ్మా. The same way here also n is equal to 0 దగ్గర నుంచి n is equal to infinity వరకు పెరుగుతూనే ఉంటుంది. ఇంక్రిమెంట్ అవుతూనే ఉంటుంది సిగ్నల్. బికాజ్ ద ఫంక్షన్ ఏంటంటే n కాబట్టి ఇంక్రిమెంటల్ వాల్యూ స్లోప్ ఎంత ప్రజెంట్ కేసు 1. సపోజ్ ఇక్కడ 2 into n అని రాశాను అనుకోండి, ఆ 2 నాకు యాక్చువల్గా ఈ సిగ్నల్కి ఎలా పనిచేస్తుంది అంటే అది నాకు స్లోప్. అది నేను దాన్ని జాగ్రత్తగా స్లోప్ కింద అర్థం చేసుకుని మ్యానిపులేట్ చేయాలి. నౌ యు సీ హియర్ if this signal is defined at n is equal to 0, the signal delta of n is defined at n is equal to 0 only. ఎక్కడ డిఫైన్ చేయబడదు. ఫర్ ఎగ్జాంపుల్ మనం ఆ సిగ్నల్ ని మ్యానిపులేట్ చేసాం, షిఫ్ట్ చేసాం, n is equal to +1 కానీ n is equal to -1 కానీ షిఫ్ట్ చేస్తే, then what you have to say, that signal delta of n -1 or delta of n +1 is defined at a particular instance. అప్పుడు అవి n is equal to 0 దగ్గర డిఫైన్ చేయట్లేదు, షిఫ్ట్ అయిపోయింది సిగ్నల్, వేరే చోటకి వెళ్ళిపోయింది. ఆ సిగ్నల్ వేరే టైం దగ్గర డిఫైన్ చేయబడుతుంది. ఏదైనా n is equal to +1 దగ్గర ఉంటుంది, లేదా n is equal to -1 దగ్గర ఉంటుంది. సో ఎప్పుడు జరిగింది అది అంటే we have manipulated some operation. The operation is time shifting. షిఫ్ట్ చేసాం సిగ్నల్ ముందుకి వెనక్కి. కాబట్టి ప్రెసెంట్ లో n is equal to 0 దగ్గర ఉన్న సిగ్నల్ ఆఫ్టర్ షిఫ్టింగ్ ఇట్ మే గో టు n is equal to +1 or maybe n is equal to -1. అంటే 0 అంటే ప్రజెంట్ కేస్ కింద తీసుకోవచ్చు మనం, 1 అంటే ఫ్యూచర్ కేస్ కింద తీసుకోవచ్చు, -1 అంటే పాస్ట్ మన ప్రీవియస్ అన్నమాట. ఓకేనమ్మా. రైట్. సో ఐ విల్ డిస్కస్ one by one in the coming classes. Now see, just like in your continuous time, here also exponential sequence. అక్కడ ఏం చెప్పాం మనం, exponential signal. There are two cases. One is real exponential signal. Second one is complex exponential signal. But here directly we are saying exponential signals. What is the expression? So the expression is x of n is equal to c into a power n. Example, in the continuous time, it is c into e power a into t. If you can remember these two expressions, then only you can perform certain operation. See, c into e power a into t. ఇక్కడ t కనిపిస్తుంది, ఎక్స్పోనెన్షియల్ e తీసుకున్నాం మనం. బట్ ఇక్కడ ఏం చేసాం మనం, ఒక ఫ్యాక్టర్ తీసుకున్నాం, a పవర్ n. e తీసుకోవట్లేదు, e అంటే అది కుదరదు మనకి డిస్క్రీట్ లో. బట్ కంటిన్యూస్ లో e తీసుకున్నారు, మీరు ఎక్స్పోనెన్షియల్ తీసుకున్నారు. బట్ డిస్క్రీట్ లోకి వచ్చేసరికి ఏం తీసుకున్నామమ్మా, a power n. There may be a value for a. So actually if you consider the scale, for example, if you consider the scale, let n is equal to 0, let n is equal to 1, let n is equal to 2, it is going towards plus infinity. Let n is equal to 0, n is equal to minus 1, n is equal to minus 2, it is going towards minus infinity. Then your exponential sequence is divided into 4 categories. Category 1, less than minus 1, between minus 1 and 0, between 0 and 1, more than 1. So what is the మనం ఏం తీసుకున్నాం ఇక్కడ, ఒక 1 is the standard value. We have considered 1 is the standard value in the forward direction and in the reverse direction. Forward direction లో 1 తీసుకున్నారు, reverse direction లో కూడా 1, but plus or minus. That means if it is more than 1, the shape of the signal is different. If it is 0 and 1, another signal. If it is 0 and minus 1, and also very much less than minus 1. 4 categories are there. I'll show them also. So x of n is equal to, you can consider any value. Suppose మీరు c equal to 1 పెట్టుకున్నాను ఇక్కడ నేను. Let us take 2 power n అని పెట్టుకున్నాను. Means no, a can be anything in both ways. In both ways, from 0 to plus infinity, or maybe 0 to minus infinity. But you have to consider the integer values. Just remember, you are in discrete. Now, what is happening here? When the first case you see here, there are different cases. If it is more than 1, then the signal is growing exponential. If it is less than, I mean between 0 and 1, between 0 and 1, then the signal is decaying exponential. Okay, Nama? I'll repeat. ఏం చేస్తున్నాం ఇక్కడ మనం 4 కేసెస్ తీసుకున్నాం. దేనికి 4 కేసెస్ తీసుకున్నారు? ఏ అనే దానికి 4 కేసెస్ తీసుకున్నారు. స్మాల్ ఏ పవర్ n. n ఆల్రెడీ డిఫైన్డ్ కదా మనకి. n అంటే ఏంటి? టైం. అది ఆల్రెడీ డిఫైన్డ్. n is equal to 0, 1, 2, 3 అనేది మనకి అది యూనివర్సల్ అని. బట్ వాట్ ఆర్ ద వాల్యూస్ ఫర్ ఏ యు ఆర్ కన్సిడరింగ్ హియర్? అది 1 అనేది కాన్స్టెంట్ పెట్టుకున్నాం మనం. either 1 కంటే ఎక్కువ తీసుకుంటున్నావా, 1 కంటే తక్కువ తీసుకుంటున్నావా. సచ్వే -1 కంటే తక్కువ తీసుకుంటున్నావా, ఆర్ మేబీ -1 కంటే ఎక్కువ తీసుకుంటున్నావా. సో 4 categories. So if it is more than 1, then whatever the sequence, discrete time sequence is growing exponential. If it is between 0 and 1, 0.5 తీసుకున్నాను ఇక్కడ నేను, then it is decaying exponential. Wherever you see, all are instants. -2 దగ్గర, -1 దగ్గర, 0 దగ్గర, 1 దగ్గర, అంటే అలా ఒక్కొక్క శాంపుల్. In between there is nothing is there. రెండింటికి మధ్యలో ఏం లేదు. At n is equal to -2 means ఏం చేయాలి నేను? 0.5 whole power -2 calculate చేయాలి. That particular amplitude comes here. I'll repeat it. If I want to find out this value, I will put -2 here. Then 0.5 whole power -2 mathematically ఎంత వచ్చిందో ఆ particular value ఇక్కడ put up చేయాలి. See, ఇది అందుకే మీరు mathematical గా మీకు కొంచెం కమాండ్ ఉండాలి, క్విక్ గా చేయగలిగి ఉండాలి. So there is another 2 categories. If it is between -1 and 0 and very less than -1, there are two cases. So whatever these exponentially growing sequence, exponentially decaying sequences, they will convert it into alternative nature. Alternative. See here, alternation. First -5 దగ్గర ఎంత ఉందండి? Some for example 5 ఉంది అనుకున్నాం. -4 దగ్గరకు వచ్చేసరికి తగ్గిపోయింది. మళ్ళీ -3 పెరిగింది. మళ్ళీ -2 తగ్గింది. మళ్ళీ -1. ఇంకొంచెం so it takes alternations between the samples. But what it is following? Decaying signal. Decaying signal. But what about here? It is also alternative exponential. But what is the nature it is following? Growing exponential. అది మీరు సర్టన్ వాల్యూ తీసుకోవాలమ్మా. ఫర్ ఎగ్జాంపుల్ ఇక్కడ ఏం తీసుకోవాలి మీరు ఈ కేసులో a ఈక్వల్ టు -2 కానీ a ఈక్వల్ టు -3 కానీ తీసుకుని you have to find out the values and draw the signal. Then it will look like this. Alternatively, signal changes its shape and it will grow like పెరుగుతూ ఉంటుంది అన్నమాట. అట్లాగే ఇక్కడ ఏం తీసుకోవాలి? ఏ టైప్ ఆఫ్ వాల్యూ తీసుకోవాలి నేను అంటే -1 కి 0 కి మధ్యలో తీసుకోవాలి. If I take this value between -1 and 0, then whatever the signal is there, it automatically decays. How it decays? Alternatively. So there are 4 categories. Continuous time signal లో మీకు ఉన్నది మూడే. ఒకటి కాన్స్టెంట్, growing exponential, decaying exponential. But when we enter into the discrete, there are 4 categories: growing exponential, decaying exponential, alternatively changing, exponentially decaying. Here also alternatively changing, exponential growing signal. So there are 4 categories. Now I will change the topic. Now let us go to sinusoids. This is also a basic signal. మీరు ఆల్రెడీ ఫిజిక్స్ లో చూస్తుంటారు, మ్యాథ్స్ లో కూడా చూస్తుంటారు. సార్ మనం అది చెక్ చేద్దాం. Suppose if you consider x of t equal to a into sin omega t plus phi. ఎట్లా రాసుకుంటారు దాన్ని మ్యాథమెటికల్ గా? a into e power j into omega t plus phi minus e power minus j into omega t plus phi by 2. So what are you doing here? What is the signal? Complex exponential. What is this one? Also complex exponential, but it is in the growing. It is in the negative. It is having the positive. That means it is growing or maybe any decay. So I'll repeat once again. Now suppose if you can write j into sin omega t, then the same signal so anybody any doubts? ఒకసారి డౌట్ ఉంటే అడగండి ఒకసారి. Anybody is having anything you want to write? Anything I mean నేను అడగాలనుకుంటున్నారమ్మా? You want to ask? ఆల్రెడీ ఇవన్నీ మీరు మ్యాథమెటిక్స్ లో చూసే ఉంటారు, but we are using these expressions to understand the signal orientation. Now we know that one is angular frequency, phase. Is it? Now suppose if you write whatever this factor, I have arranged it j factor ని ముందుకు తీసుకొచ్చాను. So j times sin omega t. Now there is a subtraction operation taking place between two complex exponential signals. Is it? Whatever you have written in mathematical form, and there is okay 2 times, okay, there is 2 is also there, factor 2 is also there. So e power j omega t minus e power minus j omega t by 2 is also there. Okay. Now I have written j times sin omega t. It is a subtraction of 2 complex exponential signals. The same thing, suppose if you consider a signal, another sinusoid cos omega t. cos omega t. Now what it is? E power j omega t plus e power minus j omega t by 2. Is it? Now, how you are writing the complex exponential signals in terms of these cosinusoidals and the sinusoidal signals? We know that one already. Both are sinusoids, but there may be a change in the phase, or maybe suppose sin 0 is 0, cos 0 is 1. See, the signal at t is equal to 0, the amplitude is 1. It is a symmetrical signal. But this is not symmetrical because it's 0, the amplitude of signal is 0. See, both are sinusoids. Both are sinusoidal signals. But there is a change is there between the two signals. These two are perpendicular to each other. We'll discuss what is this one when we are entering into the orthogonality and everything. Okay. Now you are dividing these complex exponential signals to understand the sinusoids and the cosinusoids. See, sinusoidal signal. What is this one? From this point to 1 up to 1, it is growing exponential. And from 1 to 2, it is exponentially decaying. Once again, growing exponential. From this one, exponentially decaying. That means this entire signal is, what are the changes? One is exponential growth, second one is exponential decay. So if you can understand the basic one to draw a sinusoidal signal is a phase angular variation. That angular variation is in terms of exponential growing and exponential decaying. Now, there is suppose if you consider sine, what are the parameters? Amplitude is there, angular frequency is there, phase is there. But our importance is a fundamental time period. The fundamental time period is there, where what you are saying the sine or maybe cosine signals, they will periodic signals. They are periodic signals. So see, if I consider one cycle of a particular sinusoid, the time distance is capital T is equals to 2 pi by omega radians. So 2 pi by omega. Here I have written radians by radians per second. See, I got seconds. So what is this one? This is the fundamental time period. If the signal repeats its pattern for every fundamental time period, that particular signal is called as periodic signal. What is the expression? Capital T is equal to 2 pi by omega. What is T? Fundamental time period. అంటే ఎప్పుడైనా ఈ సైన్సాయిడ్ అనేది ఆ పర్టికులర్ ఫండమెంటల్ టైం పీరియడ్ లో ఇట్ విల్ రిపీట్ ఇట్స్ ప్యాటర్న్. ఏదైతే అది ప్యాటర్న్ చూపిస్తుందో మీకు ఆ ప్యాటర్న్ ఎప్పుడు రిపీట్ చేస్తూ ఉంటుంది. దట్స్ వై సైన్సాయిడ్స్ అండ్ కొసైన్సాయిడ్స్ ఆర్ పీరియాడిక్ ఇన్ నేచర్ because of they will satisfy this particular expression. Satisfy this expression 2 pi by omega. What is omega? Angular frequency. So F is frequency 1 by fundamental time period. Okay, Namma? So it is periodic with the capital T. So what is the signal we are considering here? Continuous time signal. So I'll repeat it. For exponential signals and sinusoids, if you want to see that whether the signal comes under periodic or not, you have to justify this particular relation. If you justify it, then you can say that the particular signal comes under periodic signal because sinusoidal signals are periodic in nature. And what is the suppose what type of fundamental components they are following? Exponential growing and exponential decaying components. Those are the fundamental components. Because we have written like this: cos is equals to combination of exponential signals. Such a way, sine is also combination of exponential signals. See, the sinusoid is combination of growing exponential, decaying exponential. So that's why these sinusoidal signals are periodic in nature because of exponential signals. E power plus or minus j omega t. They will satisfy this condition. They will satisfy this condition. T equal to 2 pi by omega. Okay. It will repeat its pattern. I will discuss later on this one. But basically, I want to introduce capital T equal to 2 pi by omega. Periodic, the fundamental time period. Now let us consider certain discrete. That means we have considered n is equal to some value. At that instance, we have drawn a discrete signal. For example, I have taken minus 7 to plus 10. At n is equal to 0, basically it is having some amplitude 1. Suppose if I put a equal to 1. If I put a equal to 1, then n is equal to 0, it is 1. Like that, the sinusoid, it will alternatively changes the growing and decaying exponential variation. But this is a discrete signal. The same one, here also the same one. It is also repetitive and it is also combination of growing exponential and decaying exponential. See, I'll consider two categories. One is continuous time signal, second one is discrete time signal. If we want to find out the signal, whether it will come under periodic signal, you have to satisfy capital T equal to 2 pi by omega. If it satisfies this relation, then the exponential signals or maybe sinusoids are comes under periodic signals. What? Continuous time. Suppose if you consider discrete time, then there may be extra factor. Okay, extra factor వచ్చింది మనకి. ఎక్స్ట్రాగా మనము స్మాల్ m అనే ఒక ఇంటీజర్ తీసుకున్నాము. ఎందుకు తీసుకున్నాము అనేది మనం later on will discuss. At the same one, here also you see from this point to this point for one cycle, capital N is equal to 2 pi by omega into small m. See, the both cases the expression is same. Capital T equal to 2 pi by omega. Discrete లో ఏంటమ్మా capital N is equal to 2 pi by omega. రెండు ఒకలాగా ఉన్నాయి మనకి ఇక్కడ. Capital T fundamental time period for continuous time signal. Capital N fundamental time period for discrete time signal. But there is a small change. The small m ఎందుకు multiply చేస్తున్నాం అనేది we'll discuss in the later class. There may be a adjustment of integers. There may be a adjustment of integers. That's why we are introduced extra integer. Otherwise, both expressions are same. See, for finding the periodicity for continuous time exponential signals, sinusoids, you have to utilize capital T equal to 2 pi by omega. Such a way, for discrete, capital N is equal to 2 pi by omega. But there is a small change. ఇక్కడ m కూడా మల్టిప్లై చేయాలి ఇక్కడ మనం. ఎందుకంటే డిస్క్రీట్ లో ఉంటాం కాబట్టి మ్యాథమెటికల్ గా తొందరగా ఈజీగా సాల్వ్ అవ్వడం కోసం. ఓకే, there will be extra m factor will be multiplied. Okay, please remember capital T equal to 2 pi by omega for continuous time signals. For discrete time signal, capital N is equal to 2 pi by omega into small m. So these are the signals. So far I have to discuss here. Step signal u of n is equal to 1 where n greater than equal to 0. Ramp signal r of n is equal to n where n is greater than or equal to 0. Delta is defined at n is equal to 0 only. Amplitude is 1. In the discrete, it is called as amplitude. But మనం continuous time లో 1 అంటే ఏంటన్నమాట ఏరియా అంటారు. It is defined from n is equal to 0 to n is equal to infinity. Wherever you see the value is 1, but these all are samples. Such a way it is an incremental value n incremental value ramp signal. What is this one? Unity means for the ramp signal. Unity means slope. If I change this value, what are you doing? You are changing the slope of the signal. T n continuous time లో ఏం తీసుకున్నాం t తీసుకున్నాం. అక్కడ కూడా స్లోప్ 1 అంటే But if I want to change this value, I have to change the slope of the signal. Slope మారుతుందన్నమాట signal. Okay, now this is defined only a particular instant. Presently it is at the energy. Now there are 4 cases of exponential signals in discrete time according to a power m. A is ఎట్లా తీసుకున్నారు మీరు? More than 1, between 0 and 1, between -1 and 0, more than, less than, sorry, less than -1. So there are 4 categories: exponentially growing sequence, exponentially decaying sequence, alternatively decaying exponential, alternatively growing exponential. 4 categories of exponential signals in discrete. Now, if you come to the sinusoidal and cosinusoidal signals, we mathematical ga ela aithe represent chestaru, ikkada kuda alage represent chestunnamu. In order to understand how your sinusoidal signals and cosinusoidal signals are varying. The same thing, amplitudes, angular frequencies, phases. But what we have introduced here, fundamental time period. What we have introduced here, fundamental time period. So when the signal repeats its pattern for a particular time, the time is known as fundamental time period, and it is defined as 2 pi by omega for continuous. The same one for the discrete is capital N is equal to 2 pi by omega into small m. Small m is also an integer. అంటే మనం ఫ్యాక్టర్ ని అడ్జస్ట్ చేయడం కోసం ఎక్స్ట్రా స్మాల్ m తీసుకున్నాము. అదర్వైజ్ జస్ట్ కంపేర్ ద 2 ఎక్స్ప్రెషన్స్, రెండు ఒకలాగా కనిపిస్తాయి. ఓకేనమ్మా? నౌ ఫైనల్లీ ఐ విల్ కన్క్లూడ్ ద టాపిక్. దేర్ ఆర్ స్పెషల్ కేసెస్ ఆఫ్ కంటిన్యూస్ టైమ్ సిగ్నల్స్. సో దీస్ ఆర్ సమ్ స్పెషల్ కేటగిరీస్ of continuous time signals. Rectangular form, it looks like a rectangular pulse. Triangular form, it is a combination of positive and negative ramp signals. Signum function. Signal function is a special function we will discuss. Actually, at a particular instant, it is having 2 different amplitudes. This is one step signal, this is another step signal. It is a combination of 2 step signals. It is also combination of step signals. We'll find out this one from the operations. The same one will derive from the ramp signal. Here, the signal function is defined from -1 plus 2 times u of t. See here, how many signals are there? Constant signal is there and step signal is there. That means you are using different signals to get a special signal, signum. Such another special signal is sink. Sink అంటే తగ్గుతూ వెళ్ళిపోతుంటుంది. మనం ఇంట్లో సింక్స్ ఉంటాయి, వాటర్ అన్న వెళ్తుంటే అందులో వెళ్ళిపోతుంది. అట్లా ఇది కూడా ఎలా ఉంటుందమ్మా? It is having at n is equal to t is equal to 0, it is having maximum strength. From there onward, the signal alternatively decays to 0. So sink signal, sin t by t. It looks like these are special signals. ఎక్కడ యూజ్ చేస్తామంటే బేసిక్ గా సిగ్నల్ అనాలిసిస్ లో filter analysis, signal analysis, high frequency analysis, random analysis. So we will use them. Whenever we want, we will use this particular signal. When we enter into the Fourier, we will use these 2 signals, such as this one. I will use 1, 2, 3, 4. The 4 signals I will use when I enter into the Fourier analysis. Rectangular signal, triangular signal, sink signal, and the last one is the Gaussian. It just look like a bell. It is also at t is equal to 0, it is having maximum energy. From there onward, it decreases its energy automatically. It is also same one. At t is equal to 0, it is having maximum energy, but there afterward, alternatively, the energy decreases to 0. Why energy? I will discuss. What is the energy signal? These all are energy signals. These all are energy signals. Okay. Now, in the previous case, this is a power signal. This signal comes under power category. This signal also comes under power category. But what about these signals? These signals are not comes under power category. These signals are comes under energy signal. We'll see why these signals are considered energy signals. So these are the special cases. Rectangular signal, it can be derived from step signal. Triangular signal, derived from ramp signal. Signum function, -1 plus 2 into u of t, derived from step and constant. Sync, some other type of signal. So it is also a sinusoid, but it's not a power signal, it is a energy signal. It is a different Gaussian function. It looks like a bell. At t is equal to 0, it is having maximum energy. From there onwards, the energy is decreases to 0. So these are some special cases. Whenever we require, we will discuss about the signals. అవసరం అయితే మనం యూజ్ చేసుకుని we'll explain signals. Okay, Namma? So I'll repeat. Okay. So in the coming class, I will consider the topic operations on dependent variables and operations on independent variables, because we have seen some fundamental signals from the continuous time category and also discrete time category. Okay, I will explain once again what is the sine, what is the cosine, and how you are deriving from the exponential signals, why the sine signal and cosine signals are called or comes under periodic signals, why are you saying periodic and also power category. So everything, when the topic comes, we'll discuss. Sir, how the side. Okay, Namma? So basically what we have completed here, find definition of signal and some basic fundamental continuous time signals, fundamental discrete time signals. Okay. Now the coming 4 or 5 classes will totally concentrate on operations on dependent variable, operations on independent variable. So for example, I will explain just for 1 or 2 minutes. For example, x of t or x of n. What is x? Dependent variable. Inside the bracket, inside the braces, t and small n, that is independent variable. That means you are performing the operations on x. That comes operations or manipulations of dependent variable. If you perform operations related to time, small t or maybe small n, then the category is manipulations with respect to independent variable. Please, either ఇది అర్థం చేసుకోవాలి. డిపెండెంట్ వేరియబుల్ మీద చేస్తున్నావు అంటే ఫంక్షన్ లో x మీద పర్ఫామ్ చేస్తున్నావు. ఇండిపెండెంట్ వేరియబుల్ మీద ఆపరేషన్ పర్ఫామ్ చేస్తున్నారంటే t టైం మీద కానీ వాట్ ఎవర్ ద పారామీటర్ ఇన్సైడ్ ద బ్రాకెట్, ఇన్సైడ్ ద parenthesis, you are performing the manipulations. Okay, now I will conclude. I will finish the topic here. Please